exceptional landing pages from multiple industries to talk about what they do exceptionally well and learn what we can for our own marketing initiatives. My name is Michael Egan, Product Marketing Manager at Instapage, and today we're going to take a look at a page from Justworks. So Justworks is an HR platform that makes it a lot easier to handle complicated HR projects like payroll, benefits, and things of that nature. Obviously, that is a piece of software that's going to be critical for any organization that's investing in it. So they need to do a really good job of communicating everything they need to in this page to get people invested. And so for something like this, the target audience for this page would be HR decision makers and leaders who are looking for a really fundamental building block for their tech stack. So let's look at the page itself. Right out the gate, I love the cleanliness of this design. It does something that we've pointed out many times on landing pages we love, which is a clean and not very busy nav bar. As you scroll down the page, the speak to sales number remains the same, as is a link to the rest of their main site in case you want to explore further. And they have this wonderful, value-oriented language in the header that sits in frame with the product images itself. So obviously, when you are making this kind of decision, you are, especially for an HR professional or someone who's the target audience for this, you're looking at something that you're going to be looking at for, hours out of your day, every day. So seeing the platform itself in this animated format is really wise. It means that you're able to demonstrate how easy it is to use the platform and give a quick look into its user interface without bogging down on a lot of detail and clicks and things of that nature. Also, there's a form right here that allows the interested parties to activate right away. Naturally, if you go through the form, you'll be included into their nurture, and you've essentially converted into a lead, and you're now able to get follow-up from their sales team. As you scroll down this page, you're going to find a wealth of information that's presented, again, in a very clean and clever way. For example, the customer logos that they've leveraged here are really only a slice of what they have to offer. Justworks has a really fantastic base of customers that you'll see reflected in their main site. But here they've selected a really high level just group of 4. And I love this, you're in good company. On the one hand, I'm a sucker for a good pun, but also that your language is very humanizing and speaks to the person on the other side of the screen, which is an appeal for an HR-based software. You want that human touch for human resources. So naturally, as you scroll further on down the page, there's some very information-dense Z patterns here that, again, show off the user interface of the platform in the imagery, but also explain the benefits, again, pun intended, of this HR software. And again, calling out their own customers, not just by using logos, but here showing off their testimonials from specific individuals that they've worked with at these various companies. This is really clever. When you have a ton of customers that are big names in their own right, it makes sense to want to leverage that. And what most companies will do is just cram as many as they can in one bar, like the one that we saw above. But by showing just a selection and then using different customers and different companies for this testimonial section, they're able to have their cake and eat it too. It's a really, really smart way to go about this and to leverage an asset that they have, which is their strong customer relationships. So let's move on further on down the page, and we'll just take a quick look at the rest of this. Obviously, I love a color separation. When you're looking at one color, especially white, going down a page, it can sometimes feel like the page is interminable, like you get lost on it. So having this block of color that calls out the onboarding process, which is pretty critical. It's something that anyone who's, going to be using this wants to know about. Having that in that nice, friendly yellow is a really good design decision. And then I love, again, their language that is both value oriented for the product, but human oriented, speaking to those potential fears, goals, objectives. The fearlessly is a beautiful word to use here. I'm a big fan. And then obviously it's nice to have contextual icons to call out these product benefits. And then at the footer, it's fairly straightforward. All the information you need. So overall, a really smart landing page that uses everything that it has in terms of assets in the best possible way. There are a few ways that this page could potentially be stronger. We'd need to experiment to make sure. The first way I would want to experiment is potentially mixing things up with the form. The form is a little bit long. It would be interesting to see, whether or not a shorter form would have a higher completion rate. Also, you'll observe the Get Started CTA. I'd like a little bit more of the ethos they brought to their headline copy to be applied to the CTA. Get Started is a little generic, and it doesn't make it very clear what the next step is going to be. Are you getting started with a demo, with a next step of a contact process? I would want to know what I'm starting before I click that, or at least have a little bit more contextual information that isn't a generic Get Started. Also, I think this page is slightly long, but that works to its benefit. Nothing feels extraneous or out of place. One opportunity that they have, and this goes back to using the customer logos, is personalizing each page to a specific industry, a specific type of HR management. Obviously, HR and HR software needs are going to be different across different industries. So by highlighting different customers for relevant industries, it might make it a little bit easier to speak to those people. Well, those are my thoughts on this Justworks landing page. Thank you so much for tuning in to Landing Pages We Love today. If you are interested in getting more insights like these, or learning what you can about landing page design, conversion rate optimization best practices, or just general marketing tips to help you build stronger campaigns, check out our work on Instapage. You can either check out our social media, where we're posting these kinds of insights all the time, follow our newsletter, or just try a free trial of Instapage for yourself. You can see that there's a link to start a free trial in the corner of the screen right now, or visit our website and get started with a 14-day free trial today and start building pages like these. Again, I've been Michael Egan. Thanks very much for joining us for Landing Pages We Love. I'll see you next time.